Hey y'all, just wanted to quickly check in on the Desmos thing, make sure everybody was aware of what I'm asking you. There's a lot of words right up front, and also just a couple things that might be confusing to you. So, excuse me. Basically, what it says here is this person, this man, E2 Bay, he owns a farm, and on that farm he grows eucalyptus trees for the sake of like lumber um, to build homes. All right. So he's walking through his farm and he noticed some of his trees are diseased. All right, so here this diagram, which is going to come up throughout the entire thing, shows all of his trees and then which ones are diseased. So what I mean is there's a really important sentence here. So X and Y are roads, our X and Y axes are roads, and each of the dots, and then in the case of like a graph, each of the where the lines intersect. So what I mean is like here where like 1 and 1 1, 2 2, anywhere where two lines intersect, or in the case of your picture, anywhere there's a dot, that's a tree. So this whole thing's filled with trees. All right. Only the diseased ones get this special flower marking. And that's really all it says on this first thing. You have two roads, and then in each quadrant, 1, 2, 3, and 4, you have trees, and then so like this whole thing is filled with trees. Here, I'll move on to the next one so it's bigger. This whole thing is filled with trees, lots and lots of trees, but these three are diseased in quadrant 1. Okay, and so it's just going to ask you some questions about, what points are the diseased trees in XY. So for example, if this was a map, if this was a map, it is a map. If we wanted to use a map, this is an example of how we could use a map effectively using points. So this just is identifying the points. This is just entering the points. Enter all of them, all right, including the ones that you found on this slide. So go back, take these points, put them in here as well as these two, which one of them is already done for you, and you can see it on the graph. All right. Next thing, I'm going to let you read that. You can figure that one out. This slide, it's asking you a question about what other trees are diseased based on a pattern. You can move this. All right, and so this guy is standing at 0, 0. His house is what they said, 0, 0. And basically he's looking out and he's looking at these 2 points. He can see the red one, which is diseased, but he can't see the blue one. What other points can't he see beyond that? Because they're blocked by the red tree at 3, 2. And you can move this to wherever you need and figure that problem out. And you're going to put your answer here in the next slide. Same thing here. He's standing at his house. He's looking out, and it's asking you, can he see the blue point, 9, -3? Why or why not? Remember, though, please remember, there's a tree at every one of these points. So like -1, or I'm sorry, 1, -1, that point that my mouse is on, that's a tree. This is a tree. This is a tree. This is a tree. So please keep in mind, it's not just the diseased trees, it's every single one of those is a tree. All right, so answer that question here on the next slide. Oh, nice, we got a car alarm going off. I'm done with this video basically. So, and then the last one is basically just this point in the middle is -8, 2. And then what are the points around it on these arrows? That's it. That's all you have to do. Make sure your points are in XY form and they have the parentheses. Other than that, guys, that's it for that. Complete that activity.